Dear God, where am I?
Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zakk.
Shane.
Joy, which is his wife.
Yes.
For
We
y'all
are
that don't
back
know.
with the FX series Shogun, episode 3. We don't really need to recap, I don't think, the first one.
Yeah, go back and check out our post talk where you talk about it in length. I do want to say thanks for all the views and the comments. I think everyone is united in the fact that this show is really good.
Pretty engaging comment section.
Thank you for enlightening us on the history.
Absolutely. The history of the work.
Yeah.
For one. The
1970s,
book, the series,
not the 50s.
Films.
Yes.
I think I said 60s at one point. Then I said 50. I kept going back in time.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't research it. But
Yeah.
it was definitely a pretty educational engagement. So it's
Yeah.
appreciated.
And I haven't talked about Magellan's Pass since like 8th grade.
Yeah. There's been no need.
What's funny is in the episode Archer, it came up too. So I got to like wax history with these fools who just like because I've been in this, I've been looking it up.
Yeah.
So Jamie's like, oh shit, I didn't know all that. Tom's like, yeah, I didn't either.
So we had Toranaga's gamble.
Yeah, he's
here.
backed into a corner, and he's using Blackthorn. Yeah.
He's using Blackthorn. He's trying to leverage Christian influence because right now the other 4 regional rulers are trying to push him out and force him into suicide, essentially, and his entire clan.
Someone left a really good comment, and I actually did I understand it's for honor, and they kind of paralleled it to like, oh, if as a Christian you might seek forgiveness, if you're Catholic you'll seek forgiveness through an intercessor. Yeah, to me they're still quite different. Just
They're very different.
Begging, let me commit suicide. I know they're seeking honor, but Mariko, even she was scolding him and said, because of you, she has to lose her child.
Yeah.
And even Toranaga was like, he was talking about the senselessness of all the death. So it's like
because of seppuku or it's because of just him speaking out.
Yeah, I don't know if he was poking seppuku in general, but I think
I'm not talking about Toranaga. I'm talking about Mariko.
Okay.
Because you fucked up.
Yeah, but so like, to me, it shows that like, hey, like it is for honor, but there's also like, there's also a negative aspect to it as well.
Well, it reminds me, was it Letters of Iwo Jima, or what was the other one? Flags of Our Fathers.
I saw both. Can't remember.
So
anything.
Letters of Iwo Jima, right, was the one with Ken Watanabe.
Yeah.
And he was actually against all these Japanese soldiers committing suicide.
Yeah.
He said, we need the men. We need you guys to fight. You don't need to do this.
Yeah.
It's senseless. And
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember all the exact language that was used, but I'm pretty sure that was kind of the general message he was trying to convey.
Yeah.
Say, stop killing yourselves. So.
No, I mean, I think it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So, but obviously respect to the culture. It's how they were. It's just
I'm not shitting.
I understand, but I don't understand.
I understand. It's just not something I'm going to do.
Well, that's what I mean. Is I can't.
But a lot of cultures do it in their own way, though. You look at how, and for instance, in the same time, well, not this period, but if you look at Imperial Japan in World War II, we're just talking about Letters of Iwo Jima, but the Russians and the Germans would force members of their parties, and the Communist Party, and the Nazi Party, to commit suicide for a transgression.
Well, I know
so they would be kind of forced into.
Yeah, I know.
They wouldn't necessarily say, "Hey, I'll kill myself."
It's an execution. Like in the Middle East, they did that too. It's like. And the Romans did that, right?
I'm not sure how often the Romans
like they got
their own swords.
Like someone had to drink poison and stuff like that. One of the
I know a lot of times people just did it.
One of the emperors, like they were going to kill him, so they allowed him to drink poison and die instead.
Just take his way out.
Yeah.
Because like Hannibal, for instance, Hannibal Barca, he's Carthaginian, but he committed suicide, but it was because he was willing to be captured.
It's like Hitler.
They finally cornered him, and he just drank a poison and killed himself.
It'd be very hard for me to drink poison.
I know.
Yeah,
it's just a miserable way to go.
Miserable way to go.
Better than boiling to death. That was
boiling to
very
death was
disturbing.
So I do want to say this,
Yeah.
in case you guys are wondering. So that disturbed me just more than anything in
When you were
recent memory.
editing.
So I edited the first one, the second one, and the whole talk. But I left out that like 2-minute part in the first episode where he's like begging for his life. And I edited at the end and I turned the sound off. I was just looking at our mouths to see if I needed to like cut certain things, and that's how I edited it because it just disturbed me. Yeah. Couldn't stand it.
Disturbing sound.
Because one of the sections, like when you finally get to seeing him
Yeah.
in the condition he was in after he was boiling, it's not a very long segment.
Yeah.
It's only a few seconds.
Yeah.
He's just you hear that horrible howling because he's instead of screaming with his normal vocal cords, it's all been fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's this terrible guttural bellowing.
Yeah.
And then finally he kills himself on the kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane's like, I would have done that way sooner.
Yeah, I think I would have done that before the damn thing even started boiling. Like, fuck this, or I would have got out and made them kill me. Of course, he was hog tied.
Oh,
He was hog-tied, but
True.
I mean, you've been there for hours. You don't think you can get out?
I don't you think that eventually that rope, I mean,
Start
your
to kill?
skin, do you think you could be able to, I think you just go through just the extremes. Of course, they probably knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They probably tied it to the point that
He had his
they knew
special way of killing him.
Yeah.
He had a special way of tying him up.
that. Yeah, probably.
He probably had trial and error.
No, the ropes, they'll get loose.
Yeah. No, like
Tie them
I've done
tight.
this here. Let me do it.
Yeah.
So what was that guy's name again?
I think it's Yabushige.
Watching it again, I actually kind of like the character too.
I have mixed feelings on him. I like him. He's
Yeah.
not the kind of villain that is just fucking awesome,
Yeah.
like Bill the Butcher.
No.
But he's just this guy that I like the actor. I like the performance.
Yeah.
And he plays a shitty guy. It's kind of like I brought up Ed Harris in Westworld.
Yeah.
Like I like Ed Harris. I like his performance, but he's a shitty guy in that show.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just
I was looking up pronunciations on the FX web. I know I just was on the way over here. So Ishido, kind of the main rival.
yeah.
The antagonist.
Yeah, it said something in the bio. It's like it was a sentence. It was used to describe it. It just said that he grew up actually kind of poor. Mm-hmm. But his backstory, he grew up poor. He had to work himself up. And Toranaga and everyone else came from a rich family.
Yeah.
Well, Toranaga didn't come from a rich family. He came from an acclaimed family and was passed around.
Yeah.
And someone did explain that as well. And I probably should have knew that from Game of Thrones because that was my first exposure to having a
Hostage.
like a hostage, but they called it something else.
I don't know. I remember seeing it in Fargo.
That's what
in one of the
Theon
seasons
was.
of Fargo, they did that.
Someone does it in Fargo?
These mob families in Kansas City would do it.
That's kind of funny.
They come in and
They still do it?
they would exchange sons,
Damn.
and the eldest son from one gang would be taken by the other gang, and vice versa.
But I mean, kind of the final scenes, Toranaga, who kind of knew what he was doing. He had Anjin, he had John Blackthorne sleep in his room because he just felt there was an assassin. I believe that guy would probably pick up on anything. And we had like kind of that moment where they kind of saved each other.
Yeah, it was kind of a which I'm sure The Last Samurai probably got the influence from.
I'm sure it did, yeah.
But you have that moment where
Was
they
it-
assist one another.
Yeah, and it turns out they were trying to kill Blackthorne anyways.
Yeah, and the Blackthorne reveals to him
Yep.
that the Portuguese
Yeah.
have been using their influence they actually used it to fund or arm the uprising
Yeah.
that had occurred.
In that map scene,
Let them draw shit out in the sand.
I went in the room when you were rewatching it, and I just loved that scene.
It was a great conversation, great
was.
interaction.
Well, the
Yeah.
fact that like everyone kind of went when he said that, like did he really say belongs
Yes.
to Portugal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would think that everyone should understand they have a common enemy now.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to wonder, though, if they're really so skeptical of everything that these white men are saying.
Oh, I'm
They
sure.
would say, well, is he just saying that because he hates them?
Yeah.
They probably investigate it more, you would imagine.
No, yeah, you're right. They definitely should. I mean, of course, I would. I wonder back then if you swore
Well,
on
I'm
your
just saying,
God
I
if
just
it
find it
meant
very hard.
something more.
It might, and
Yeah.
I'm just saying I find it hard to believe from a storytelling point of view that they would just take that as scripture.
Oh no, I think you're. I
Right.
mean, even that, whatever his name is, Yabu.
Yeah,
He wanted evidence of the fact that, that one priest was saying that he's a pirate, he's a killer. So do you have any evidence of it? And
Yeah.
Well, and one thing too that we were shown was Maruko's home life and the scene where they were sitting down for dinner, and then she gets called off for meeting, and you can tell her husband seems super jealous.
yeah,
Yeah, he kind of seems like it made him seem like a pretty shitty guy.
Yeah.
He's actually the son of Toranaga's
Like a
right hand
really
man.
cool sounding
Oh,
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that old guy's a really badass
Like
voice.
that sounds like Hiyachi Mishima. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I can only assume it's because she has a favor of Toranaga. I wonder if there's anything else between them that'll show us.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that guy's shittiness is going to come back.
I'm sure it will.
sure.
Can't have that shitty of a guy without him
Right.
being shitty.
Well, I wonder if this show, though, because this show kind of paints in layers of gray. Like, they might have him do something great. Like, oh, shit, now I wanted to just hate this guy. Maybe, you know what I mean?
Maybe because even Yabushige or Yabushige, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
Yabo,
Yeah, but
Yabu.
these Japanese people probably like,
Probably.
we're sorry.
They said you're not gonna work
not
here.
going to work here anymore.
But yeah, he even had moments.
He had these
where
cool
he
moments.
Proved himself.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, make sure you check us out on Patreon. We have full-length uncut reactions to all the things that we do, and we have early access. Obviously not to this show. Let's jump in. Go.
No nudity this time.
I'm out.
One line here.
刀をお預け願おう。
Isn't he Tornaga's son? The one on the right.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's just a... Okay.
昨夜の襲撃のことは聞かれたか。阿弥陀島について何かご存知か。
誰もが存じていることだけでございまする。奴らは忍びにございましょう。阿弥陀仏に厳格な誓いを立てておるそうで。
わしの首を狙うのに藪重殿ならいくら払われますかな。
貴殿は拙者の首をお望みとお見受けいたす。早く済ませましょうぞ。
その方はわしにとって頼もしき味方ではなかったか。石堂殿に毒されてしまったかの。石堂がその方の屋敷を訪ねたと聞いておる。
Spy, Zakk.
どのような褒美をちらつかせたのじゃ。
虎長様の代わりに大量にしてやると。
その気になったか。
めっそうもございませぬ。
Just say yes, it did.
その方は何が望みじゃ。
駿河の国にございまする。領地を広げてござる。そちらを治めるにもこの国が入りようでござるが。
My head. Oh,
I thought he was calling him his head, but he meant his physical head.
yeah. I need my head to rule.
では駿河を信じ
Okay. Okay.
あの資格は暗示を打つために送られてきたのじゃ。共に朝日を眺めようではないか。
Shit,
They
they
kill him anyway.
like mice of men. And they kill Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because even Toranaga was using this situation to try to test him.
Yeah.
Black ship must stay where it is. Toranaga has come to better understand the great profits being made from our monopoly over the China trade. He has invited us to provide a report on our rates of exchange.
You men of the cloth with your impotent pricks. We bring the profits. We dictate terms.
And we are here at their pleasure.
I am sitting on 1 million ducats. That has to get to Macau. I won't lose this wind. That pilot should have been taken care of before he even reached Osaka.
Captain, you forget yourself.
And you forget, I don't work for the church. I work for the crown. The black ship sails tonight.
Tonight. By the way, he was in Breaking Bad. I ended up looking him up. He was in a bunch of things. Breaking Bad's the only thing that's prominent that I've seen recently.
It's a great show.
Hey, wait. We leave without clearance. We don't get invited back.
The longer we sit around, the worse that pilot makes it for us. We're on the wind tonight.
Tonight.
You're still alive. That'll be fun.
I'd be fucked.
Going to beat me then.
I'm sorry? I do not understand.
This warlock here, he aims to bleed me to release the foulness from my blood.
I'm not familiar with this warlock, but
じっとしていてくだされ。
she had served as a palace maid for years. Some trained their whole lives for a single.
That's crazy.
Damn.
It is
That's crazy.
very costly.
A price few could afford. You refuse to see it, but those priests are capable of even now. Christ! How much are the Jesuits paying this one to kill me?
凝り固まっておるわ。おそらくこの御陣にいるような者ではなく、女子じゃ。
Oh my God, what did he say? What did the warlock say?
We're so upset. The doctor suggests we send a woman to pillow with you instead.
Pillow.
Pillow.
It is polite for the physical joining of a man and woman.
If it's not a warlock, he's most certainly a pimp.
Would you prefer a male companion?
Dear God, where am I?
I love this man.
Warlock.
Oh,
獣は行々しようが
Hannibal behaving himself.
はい、文太郎様。
我らは直ちに大阪立つ万人も共に参れとの仰せである
行き先はどちらにござりまする？
虎長様の家来衆と共にお城へ戻るのじゃ。
何をそのようなことに。
そなたが心得ずともよい。
That's what I tell you sometimes.
It's not very good dinner.
Look at
When she says, I don't understand,
Look at his
and I say, you don't need to.
They're so tense.
Yeah.
He's like,
I know.
Imagine how many people have tense eyes, and then when they shave their head, they go, ah, shit. It didn't work. We got
sorry, man.
Oh, is it?
二人の骨だけでも先を出していただき。
Oh, ashes.
これから少数の者があちらに向けて出立する。お前も加わるようにと殿の仰せじゃ。
Don't want you killing yourself.
お前の父があの刀に命。朝鮮でわしらは死の淵をさまよいつつ戦い続けた。ここにあるのはその侍の刀。お前の婿殿と赤子には
Yeah, I'm sure that covers it.
しただが二人が死んだのは大義ある戦いのため。お前の番じゃ。
he just looks like the classic Japanese.
He
badass.
does. He really
All the
does.
hair is curling
Uh-huh.
up, and now he's like, hey, Hachi.
Yeah. Yeah. He could play Hachi. Just
Yeah.
The deep voice.
じゃあのじゃ火星は覚悟しておけ。
Look at that helmet.
So are they allowed to just leave? Are they allowed to just leave? I thought they're hostage here.
No, Tornaga is.
Okay. Everyone else can leave?
I guess so.
ならばこれが根性の若い。
That's a weird helmet. The hair. What the?
Probably, it's gotta be animal hair, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. He's whipped up with his will.
Oh.
It's funny how plainly dressed he is.
Yeah.
Did you say plainly?
Yeah, he stands out.
Please say
compared to everybody else.
flamingly.
常に目の届くところにおるように。
Yabushige-sama asks that you stay close to the litter as we walk.
The litter.
母上、行かないでくださりませ。そなたはより安全なおじい様のお屋敷へ連れて。
That's me.
お前はまだ父のまねできんのか。
Jeez.
Time of Maokai.
You're not a sucking child.
Suckling.
Oh, that's
Like
a sucking.
some breastfeeding.
I know.
Yeah.
ただいま参りまする広松殿。こちらは老いぼればば様でござりますゆえ。
できることならこの牢獄から出とうございました。
It's crazy how they walk. They gotta have like a treadmill there.
どこも一緒でござりまするな。
Is she just a concubine or something?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Some guards. They're like the damn things from the Book of Boba Fett. This
Gamorreans.
worthless Gamorreans, yeah.
万人が大阪を離れると聞き及んだのでな。訪問中の取り決めについて承知されておるはず。やんごとなきお方のご出立は前日までにお知らせいただく手はずとなっておる。見送りの都合もありゆえな。上手。
Damn, this propriety, Zakk.
廃炉衆は門より中に入ってはならぬ。それも取り決めにあったはずじゃ。
まだ初陣も飾れぬ文在で思い上がりも甚だしい若造が
ここで戦を始めても構いませぬぞ。今すぐに。
ごめん
Probably making sure he's not sneaking out or something.
Why would... So Yabu... How's he know he can trust Yabu? And how would it...
Who are you talking to? Oh.
Because Yabu is seeking...
Yeah, I know.
綺麗な方。ご出立とは。
私もお名残惜しゅうござりまするが。
ゆうべ万人が襲撃されたとか。上善と我が手勢を船までお付けいたそう。いや、それには及びません。大阪城代としてそこは譲らん。
こちらへ。先生様がまたお痛みを。私は大事。
Is the Tornaga like dressed like Cloud Strife?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Damn, they pulled a
fucking fast one.
Pulled a Final Fantasy 7.
This is also tense and stressful to me.
You know what was weird is like we couldn't see that one's face for a while. I thought maybe it was, but it showed it was a woman. But
石堂様なら必ずやお分かりくださるはずやが、わしは虎長に忠義立てをせねばならぬ立場。ご主君に伝えてくれ。必ず約束を果たすと。
Motherfucker, he's just floundering in between.
yeah, so no one was looking. I would just walk normal.
Yeah, swap places with her.
I mean, then she has to like remain out of sight forever. They're just gonna kill her, right? If they find her,
Don't know. They might hold her hostage.
or maybe it's just not proper to do it. Actually, we can't kill her.
I think no one knows. My lord is famous for his trickery. When he was 6 years old, his father traded him to a rival Busho. As a hostage, he learned one truth. That enemies are everywhere and friends nowhere.
What happens if he's found?
He will be killed. And all of us.
Jeez.
That's what they're carrying him like in the Robin Hood, the cartoon version.
ご一行一応にお顔を改めさせていただく。我らが石堂様直々これは石堂様の命でござる。
Jesus, what the hell are you gonna do now?
No one's going to stop him.
He's gotta do something.
This is unacceptable. Peering into ladies' private quarters. It's not proper.
万人は何を申しておる。
And it's vulgar. Unholy perversion.
腹を立ててるのでございましょう。お国では女の顔を覗くことが部長。
Weird one.
ここは日の本じゃ。
Uh.
Am I the only man present who treasures the purity of a woman?
ご容赦くださいませ。
No, woman's virtue is our glory. A blight on us all. My God, the shame of it. You, sir, are a silly little man, and your hair looks like the tail of a pony.
石堂様はご一行を港までお送りせよと。どうしてやられるか。
Dude, I can't believe.
He's like, no one's
Wouldn't you
gonna
just
stop
be
him.
so much
No
more
one's gonna stop
suspicious?
him.
Well, you think so?
But
Let him look in
but
there.
think if you just knew, like we just check this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Well, I hope you didn't mind the part about the pony.
こいつが我らが命をかけて守る。
Oh, he doesn't even fucking know. So this is the man we're risking our lives for. You jackass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't understand the honor of it.
Yeah.
Is it true what you said about the purity of women in your country?
Christ, no. Foul slatterns and trollop everywhere in London. Like your doctor friend. You yourself insinuating that I would have an interest in casual buggery.
We think
Casual buggery.
pillowing is necessary to good health.
Pillowing.
In fact, some say the moment of the clouds and the rain is as near to heaven as they can get.
Sounds like a Goo Goo Doll song.
It means
Thank you, I understand the metaphor. I've just never heard it put so poetically. Especially by a married woman. I'm assuming that man's your husband.
a strong and admired warrior.
That's all she had to say.
And the boy your only child.
Do you have children?
What if it's not his kid or something?
Maybe.
My boy Tudor. And my daughter Elizabeth.
Tudor and Elizabeth.
What are they like?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's a hell of a...
Oh, no.
Get down! Fast!
Why is everyone always trying to kill people?
Japan, baby?
Yeah,
It's just always like...
they're vying for power.
It's like fucking high school.
It's like Game of Thrones. Think of it that way.
Okay. Jeez. Oh, yeah, guns.
Shit, rifles. Muskets. What do they call them back then? I don't know.
Well, probably wouldn't be rifles. They wouldn't be rifles. Some rifling wasn't.
Just fire sticks.
Boomsticks. He's gonna fucking try to kill him. Look at him hiding behind that tree. Okay, no, he's actually.
No, he's doing what
Okay,
fucking
he's
Mel
only supposed to do
Gibson did on the Patriots. Look at you trying to...
Oh, yeah.
Well, I just need to look at his face. And
They probably hire bandits.
Oh.
Oh, well, the other guy, the other Christian lord.
下には指導様の手の者もおりまする。
ならば異端者と共に死ぬまで
ほら赤ちゃん裏切りじゃ生ゴミですな
How y'all gonna get out of this one?
Maybe he's got men.
We have to help him.
Oh shit.
Okay. Okay, Mariko.
Pulling Tom Cruise.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. Jeez. You go, girl.
Nice, that's cool.
The camera angle sold it pretty good.
What that motherfucker's gonna do?
I don't know.
I think he'd have to back you Toranaga for now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I hope he does.
このようなことが起きる前にご計画を教えていただきたいものでございますな。覚えておこう。
They're not gonna
Maybe he'll
kill.
kill that guy.
Is he gonna kill one of the regents?
No, the dude that was trying to run away, the messenger. But he had to run back and tell Bushido.
But you'd have to kill the regent too, because he knows, right? The
Well,
Christian one?
he didn't know yet. He said something's not right.
Oh, okay.
They can't.
Hell, I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh, look.
Is that her husband?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's being a badass.
Okay.
He might be done though.
人の者どもに伝えてやれ。
I like a samurai Christian. You see that thing? That's kind of cool.
Captain Sama. Anjido. We sailed together out of
How do you know?
They
Oh.
sail together out of.
Is that what I think it is?
They're trading vessels.
That's his boat, right?
No,
The Portuguese,
Black Sea,
the Portuguese one.
We finally took it.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
This is so stressful.
Well, just because all the women and children are going to be killed no matter what if that happens,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Here they come.
Just round everybody up in the town.
Oh my lord.
Should not have ripped up that will. That's probably what he's thinking. Shit.
Today is the day.
We'll die.
Oh
And
no.
their love interest is gonna go out and play the glory. Shane.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
We'll have his moment.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd die for that moment.
Get on a boat too.
What other moment is a jealous husband gonna have?
Well, if you keep him in that narrow corridor, you'll be good.
He could still make it.
Really.
Oh, it's gonna be sad.
Keep him there. Why would you go backwards?
Right.
Got that guy behind him?
Oh, he is definitely a warrior.
Just start swimming now.
Right.
I get shot with arrows.
Damn.
Oh.
These guys just have torches.
They're a bunch of townsfolk.
Like, I'm just here. Fight.
Jeez.
I know there's honor in doing it. I just feel like
Oh.
you need, like you said, you need your men. Like you could have swam out there and fucking had been good.
It's the honor part though, right? Like,
I mean, they already
I
acknowledged.
couldn't really go back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Just. Dude, it's.
Don't. Yeah. Every time you go to sea back then, you're rolling the fucking die. It's just like, I wonder if he's just still bewildered of, or feels bad for Mariko and stuff.
oh my land.
God damn.
Gosh.
Goddamn Japanese people. They're all Japanese. I'm just kidding.
The men in the harbor. Remember that?
Yeah,
Christian Lord was talking about
alert
that?
the men in the harbor. They got ready that fast.
Jeez.
I couldn't have the responsibility of killing everyone on my. Could you?
奴らに同行しておったようでござりまする。藪重は我らを裏切りました。
あやつらの逃げ道を塞いでるのは木山の手の者たちが。
Kiyama.
Attempted to break through those men would they board and attack us?
Yes.
And we're Zakk. Shinu.
He knew.
But they can't sink her.
黒船に近寄れと申しておりまする。
Crack.
If you leave without clearance, you'll ruin any chance we have left at diplomacy.
I will ruin more than that with pleasure.
This is not a debate, Captain General. It is in your best interest to follow protocol.
General.
Ahoy, English! Still alive, I see. How's your leg? Fine. How's your mother? Dead! Behold! I bring you Lord Yoshi Toranaga!
Everybody's playing sides.
Yeah.
Toranaga claims the men in fishing boats.
What? In a world where you can get boiled alive, I did the same thing, Zakk.
Yeah.
黒船がマカオを出るときにわしのために1万銀テールを運び
Toranaga offers you 10,000 silver coins to invest. You would retain half the profit.
Yes.
それから通じその方にも申し出をいたそう国元のキリシタン教会の建設を許す
He's giving us a church in Edo.
Shit. We have to do
その
influence.
代わりその方らで木山と王の時伏せわし側につかせてほしい
He asks us to turn the Christian lords in his favor.
That is bribery. And impossible.
Eminence, it is a church in Edo.
We will not compel men by faith. Especially not on this man's behalf. Though, you could suggest such an idea. Prayerfully, of course.
There is just one more thing. That English pilot, he stays behind.
我が客じゃ
Toranaga様、あなた様の懐に入り込んだあの者についてはお耳に入れねばならぬことがございます。この男は商人などではございません。
Well done, Captain.
Fucking shit.
We will be able to hold him to that promise of the church, even after he is dead.
Really?
Oh no.
The black ship will bring us out of Osaka. But you must stay. I'm sorry.
What did the other guy? Just because he's been causing trouble for him or something? What do you have against? What do you have against him?
Right. I don't.
The guy from Breaking Bad.
Their influence, because he's a member. He serves the crown of Portugal.
Oh, you're right.
Fuck this. Captain Sama, sound the drums.
He's like, I'm gonna stay in here.
They have a drum guy, literally. How do you get that job? And how good of a drummer do you have to be not to be down there? That's the question. What he was saying.
Hayaki.
Race them out.
He's coming up alongside us.
It's pretty cool.
How fast can that bitch go, Rodriguez? You black-eyed son of a shit! Your lips are the devil's arse! They're on your mother's first! I didn't even miss you, son of a bitch.
He gets any closer, sink him.
With pleasure, Captain.
That's an unusual relationship, isn't it?
It is. You think the ship's moving that they are, it'd be very hard for those guys to actually board them.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Do they have like grappling hooks or something?
They probably do, but I'm just, even still.
Yeah.
He's mad.
5 points to port.
I'm just trying to close them off. Yeah. I'm saying,
You didn't get
move.
Why didn't you get out of the way? Because you'd have to kill yourself if you did. That's why, Zakk. These people looking at
My sincerest gratitude!
My sincerest, back yourself.
I warned you once, Rodriguez. They'll never keep me here.
You're not at the end, you salty whale's dick.
Let's steer them into the rocks.
Oh no.
Let's put the brake.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see him right out of this one.
That was a heart, Captain.
Landward, boys!
Come on, Rodriguez, come through.
I know.
I was thinking your level pass would make up your fucking mind.
Right fucking there.
He condemning these Japanese men to die, though, too.
We got him.
Is he letting up or pushing him?
He's letting him up.
What a well-earned relationship.
By Christ, Black Captain Zama!
Black Cap.
What the hell are you doing? You're giving him the edge!
You already had it.
Marietta!
Sweet.
Well
Might
done,
lose respect, too.
Yeah.
glorious bastard!
Like, what the fuck? Well, they probably think he's pissed.
Yeah, like, oh no. They're gonna start killing themselves. This is what's gonna happen, Zakk.
That's a death repaid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With you. You'll lead him.
Yeah, he saved his life, right? Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Well, I'm very glad to see that.
の船に戻ることにいたすと。
あの番地は法にのっとった上で処刑いたすと我ら一同合意したはず。それがしが捕らえておった番人を虎長がかすらっており、貴殿は何も虎長がこの世から消えるはもはや目前でござる。あの番人はそれがしがこの手で大老職を辞すると決めたよし。皆様方にお伝えせよと申しつかってまいりました。
Okay.
誠に申し訳のないことと存じ上げたとまする。かような紙切れ一枚で何が変わるわけでもない。4対0で虎長を断罪いたすまで。さようにござりまするか。評決は5人の大老において決すべしと定めになっています。今は4人様しかおいで。
Does he even count as one? With leprosy? He's only half a man.
3/4 of a man.
Yeah.
鍛錬に力を貸してやれ。
されど藪敷は指導と通じておりまする。あやつは我々を裏切り。
それがどうした？
私は父上の子でございます。なぜ信頼していただけないのでございますか。
お前はいつになったらわかるのじゃ。敵も味方も駆け引き次第。この世で頼むべきは己のみぞ。
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Try England. Humid in the summer, endless winters, and of course famine every 6 years.
A shithole, pretty much.
Still, you must look forward to going home. To be reunited with your family, at least.
The truth is, I've never met her. I left England before she was born.
Oh.
1 year, 11 months, 6 days from Amsterdam.
Oh.
She'll be 2 years old now. I have no laws. I left of my own accord. And this is what beckoned me. The horizon, more than the deep. Be far enough out that you look around and there's nothing but open seas. No yesterday. No tomorrow.
Just today.
馴染みのキリシタンに別れ際このようなものを。
Books.
My lord says this was a gift from the priests.
これは海賊行為の証じゃと言うておった。
They prove you are a pirate.
もしそうなら死をもって償うべき罪じゃ。
Which means death.
去りながらこれを訳させるにはいささか手間がかかるようじゃ。
My lord says he will have to have them translated.
そなたの船の武器を用いてな。
It's like the samurai.
He would like you to assemble a regiment and teach them your tactics.
I'm sorry, but I'm just a sailor. I'm not familiar with it. Tell him it would be a great honor.
謹んでお引き受けすると申しておりまする。
All I ask for in exchange is the return of my men and my ship.
仲間の船乗りと船は返してほしい。
Men are all dead.
I hope not.
やぶしげだな。長門と共にいつまでも万人扱いするわけにもいくまい。よって安住を旗本に任ずる。
He has made you Hatamoto. Which is a very great honor.
Oh.
Huh.
Katatiganai, Toranaga-sama.
Oh.
I always like the very subtle look of, huh.
一緒に泳がんかと聞いてくれ。
Wow. Okay.
My lord would like you to teach him how to dive.
It's best to start from the top of the gunnel. Jump in head first, while extending your hands to break the water.
やってみせよ。
Observational learner.
Fucking sharks, though. I'm telling you.
Oh, there ain't no way.
They're in the Pacific, too.
Yep.
Atlantic, though, that's where the bad ones are.
He says again.
He's a rip son of a gun.
Until he is satisfied.
He's tired.
Japan, man, you're wearing me out.
浜まで勝負しようと申したら、安心は乗るかの。
My lord would like to race you to the shore. But I warn you not to let him win. My lord hates that.
I wouldn't dare.
I have a feeling a younger guy is just going to beat him, you know?
You might.
I mean, he's an island guy.
He's also worn out.
Maybe that's what it was.
Oh! That's right. Oh.
It was a kind of a flat dive.
Yeah, it was.
You wore him out. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, that was a reaction. This is our review, our
The
thoughts.
discussion.
Yeah.
So I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah.
I liked a lot of the, it's not espionage, it's not intrigue, like the plotting, the scheming. Like
Well, it's all that, too.
It is, but at the same time, like them...
Like
The
navigate.
entire ploy to navigate themselves out of there, to
Yeah.
escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're relying on, like, it's almost like Jesus using the rules of the Pharisees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's relying on the propriety and traditions and laws to... That's how he was able to stave off his execution. That's how he's able to make sure the engine wasn't killed.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they care if there's only 5 regents.
Well, it says they're weighing everything on propriety, and they think it's kind of like the heart in your mouth for the world to see that they were talking about. Like,
Yeah.
This is the stage of which they're performing on. So all these proprieties have to be observed for this semblance of order, even though they're still doing some skullduggery in the background.
Yeah.
To try to kill this guy.
What's weird to me
they're
is
doing
like
under table deals, but they still have to keep everything on the table.
on the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like that Hayashi Mishima guy coming in. Yeah, I know it's not his real name, but
it's Hiramatsu.
When he comes in, it almost feels like if it wasn't this Japanese thing I was watching, I would feel like it's like this passive aggressive, like a fuck you. But it feels.
Well, if you saw it in a mob movie, they'd probably shoot the guy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yo, Tony, he resigns.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, you can't vote. What a shame.
Yeah.
So he walks out. I mean,
That's what but here it felt like a legitimate proclamation from him.
Yeah, he's like, he resigned. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can't vote.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's like, shit, he's right.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah. You know?
We learned about the Society of the Amida, the assassins.
Oh, yeah, the assassins.
That the woman belonged to.
And she was a housemaid and was trained. They said that they'll train their whole life just to kill one person.
For one kill.
Yeah.
So how long?
Well, they couldn't have been training to kill him, though, because he didn't come around till later.
So maybe one of the lords.
Maybe training to kill him originally, and then some Toranaga.
Yeah.
And then they just used her to try to kill Blackthorn.
Yeah, just like one of the lords hired her. Like maybe they have one in every house.
Yeah.
And if we activate you,
Yeah.
then you got to do what.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Him writing the will.
Yeah.
Not today.
Yeah, it almost makes me like him more too.
I like him
Yeah.
a lot. I like his character. I mean, he's like that shitty guy, but he's stuck between both sides, and they're calling him out on it. So they're actually just using him, and he's being used by everybody, and he's not really getting ahead himself.
Well, it's because they know he's loyal to himself and he wants to save himself, so
Yeah.
they can at least trust that aspect of that.
Yeah, they know how to use it.
Yeah, but it's just like, dude. I mean, I wouldn't have even got up in this bullshit, but I would be doing everything I could not to be boiled alive or have my family killed.
Well, even when he said in my own special way, everyone else is like, ugh.
Yeah.
They knew what was coming. Like, that's probably not something that's looked. It's probably frowned upon.
I feel like by the rules of
just cut some heads off.
cinema karma, he has to die at some point. But I could be wrong.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he may just get his comeuppance at some point for trying to play both sides for so long.
Yeah.
But then again, we thought differently for Mariko's husband, and then he just died this episode.
I mean, we just saw a moment in time, you know.
Introduced in the last episode, he died in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, he just, boom,
Yep,
out.
gone. I was just thinking of the scene where they're getting away on the boat, and then Bonturo,
Yeah.
you know, he looks at his lord, and then he looks at
His wife.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna die in honor, basically, and just goes after those.
I'm very impressed. I
Yeah.
mean, he went out the most honorable way. I would see. It'd be enough for me to to make sure to fight him off, and then just swim to shore.
Hirokatsu, right?
I don't know his name.
Well, yeah.
Hirokatsu Todo.
Yes.
Toda,
But
that's what I have.
Bonturo is what she says he goes by.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, he went out like a man.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it'd be enough to fight them off, and then I'd start swimming. Like, what good are you doing? Just die like that.
I mean, I guess he lured them away from the shore to fight them.
I think some of those guys were just villagers and shit, though. I felt like, because he was like,
they're all servants of what's his name?
Ishido.
Yeah, because that's his.
Oh, yeah.
They drummed them up to go
Yeah,
after
yeah,
them. Like you saw little torches around the town. They're all screaming like,
Right.
running down to the fucking waterfront.
Yeah.
And we did find out, of course, that Blackthorn has two children,
Yep.
Tudor and Elizabeth.
Tudor and Lisbeth.
Yeah, it's just nice to get these little details, and you know, I think the big flaw of a lot of men, you know, when you see them, you know, like especially of old, is like, you know, like the call of adventure being more important to them than being with their family, you know.
Yeah, and you have to think though, in that time, most of those people probably they weren't raised in any kind of setting that valued that.
Yeah, you know, you know, I always talk shit about our generation.
Some societies did, I'm sure,
Yeah,
to
for
a certain
sure.
extent, but a lot of societies also, you might have a son, especially these lords and ladies, but they're raised by somebody else.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, how are they coming along? And
I know in the Middle
you expect
Ages-
the product, and then you take off.
Yeah, I know in the Middle Ages, like there was so many of your kids died, like it wasn't
Well,
sometimes.
even in the Middle Ages, we can go back as far as when this country was being settled.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. What I was saying is like I guess the Lord would choose not to meet his kids until a certain age.
Yeah.
Because they'd be dying anyways.
Well, I was thinking too that a lot of Americans, like those people even back then in the frontier days, you'd have so many kids, and it wasn't unusual for most of them to die. And you had a bunch so that some would survive.
Seems like
we value
impossible.
that more.
Yeah, it seems like an impossible time for me to have grown up in.
Well, that's just like anything else.
Yeah, it's 'cause I was
because you didn't grow up or weren't raised.
Understanding the
and
value of it. Yeah.
You weren't calloused
Yeah.
to those things.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you really even consider it being calloused to them, because
You wouldn't know.
that's
An
just
image of
how
life.
it was.
Right.
There was no callous. It was
Right.
how things were.
Yeah.
So we also, one of my favorite parts, the great thing about him being, you know, like the white savage, like he's talking about bloodletting. I'm pretty sure it's called bloodletting, right?
Yeah.
You know, and call him like a warlock.
Yeah. What's the warlock doing?
Yeah.
He's not a warlock. He's definitely a pimp.
Yeah. And just like the conversation about having a
Suggesting I engage in casual buggery.
buggery. I was wondering his view on it. If you know, if sexual immorality and like the forbiddenness of it is something that he would take seriously, or if it's just that's one of those things. Well, you know, I believe, you know, I definitely will do that if I can. You
Well,
know?
it seems like he has pretty set values as far as why he's there. He hates these fucking Portuguese.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he wants to survive. He wants to punish his enemies. And
Yeah.
he'll be damned if he's going to die here.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem like he's really out to get laid or out for, you know, just give me some money. Let me survive.
Yeah, he seems like he has his mission. He was talking about the queen as she's a.
He's very focused on his mission.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, he definitely at this point is trying to make sure he survives.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't see any kind of greed or anything like that.
But, yeah, you have to wonder where it's all going to go.
Yeah.
If he will sail back home, if his values are going to remain, you know,
Yeah.
for the freedom of the sea.
I don't know. I think he's fallen in love with these people.
Well, that's the thing. I have to
know?
wonder.
Like do you guys? Ew, that's a big fly.
Big fly.
Well, that's probably a lot of noise on the camera. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so you guys notice, like, just because I just reading his facial expressions, like how he just sometimes he's just so mesmerized by like
Blackthorn?
what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh my gosh.
That's why I love it. Because I'm thinking, you and I, we can understand them. And he's just like waiting for Mariko to translate. And sometimes she doesn't.
Yeah, he's just waiting, looking.
Oh, true, because he's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only knows a few words.
Right. And
He's like,
just,
I'm trying to understand by gestures.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing, yeah.
Right.
But he's picking up the language faster than
Yes.
me.
Well, if you're immersed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Rodriguez had some great moments in this episode.
That was great.
I'm so glad because it's like, yeah, like I liked him a lot,
The
you know.
jokes.
the
poking.
Well, I like their relationship a lot because
Me too.
in terms, it's kind of like very Metal Gear Solid-esque, where they have they're it's just of the times. They're victims of the times.
Yeah.
They're men that would otherwise be friends, but because they both serve two different crowns.
Yeah.
And two different purposes, two different faiths.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking Bill the Butcher said about
Priest Valen. Priest Valen. Yeah.
It's only our faith divided us.
Yeah. Like it makes the audience kind of earn it for what Rodriguez. It wasn't as simple. Oh, I owe him.
He was really contemplating it when he was.
Yeah. I think he was cheering for him, but he still had to serve the crown. You know what I mean?
He still let him go though.
But he let him off, and it was so subtle and then he was
ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, he gives that what's called a soliloquy in a play. When you talk soliloquy when you're talking to the audience. Yeah. He's talking to himself with a monologue.
The debt repaid.
Yeah.
The debt repaid. Yeah.
Great.
I loved it, and
I did too.
I loved it so much.
It was so good.
One of my favorite performances in this show.
Captain was mad.
Yeah, he's great, and you know what?
Rodriguez.
That guy sounds nothing like that in real life.
Well, because it's because it sounds like when he's talking, it's coming from the inside of his cheeks.
Yeah.
There's a bite to it, like it's just like there's something about it when he talks sometimes, and maybe it's because sometimes when some men get older, they have that kind of jowl sound to how they talk.
Yeah.
Like Gary Busey, I noticed was doing that. Not recently; he's definitely gone way off keel, but. It was probably in the 90s, 2000s. You can kind of tell he was getting that kind of.
Well, modern, what's his name? True Grit and.
Jeff Bridges?
Yeah. If you look at him when he was younger, look at him now.
Tornado, I mean, I feel like that performance is just. You need that staple, stoic Japanese man in the role. You need the classic old man with the badass voice. You got him. Yeah. You're getting all the components of what makes a Japanese show great. Like someone in marketing is sitting there making this show. Like, no, we need these. This is the pyramid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
We need the relatable white guy. That's we need the...
Yeah. Well, and I know he's very involved in the production of it and making sure, like, he's decision making as well as acting in it.
It's a very good performance.
I did say he's like the Jackie Chan of Japan, and that wasn't.
Yeah, someone took offense to that.
Well, the thing is, Jackie Chan is also a producer and a director. He's done a lot of things too. You know, so it wasn't a slight because I love Jackie Chan. We love Jackie Chan.
It's probably because a lot of people would equate him with a lot of silly roles.
Oh, I mean.
But I grew up on a lot of that shit. Yeah. Bronx Tale.
I love Jackie Chan. He's
watching him run around doing his own stunts. Yeah. Fighting these crazy fights with people I don't remember.
Rush Hour, man.
Rush Hour, he's fantastic. Which is funny. He didn't even understand, and he didn't think it was going to be big. And then he was like, "Why do people love this?" Because the humor is lost on him.
Yeah.
But if you want to see acting chops, if you watch The Foreigner and you see him in The Foreigner, he's fucking great in The Foreigner.
Yeah, I even liked the remake of Karate Kid.
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought it was good, yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be okay. They put Jackie Chan in it. He's going to be Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't. It was actually really good.
Yeah. So the scene we have at the end where, like, the swimming thing.
No.
Yeah, I was so interested, like...
Everyone else was too on the ship. They were all just like really just watching.
Well,
like...
it's such a cool friendship that's blossoming. At least I think it is.
Yes.
But I just did not think Toranaga would be the type of guy that would just be jumping off and diving. He seems like he's so... proper, like he wouldn't do that.
Well, we had that discussion earlier though. He said that he maybe wasn't above the propriety.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's so cool about it.
I will go swimming with this guy. I'm going to learn his ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to change.
Hatamoto is what he called him.
He's actually based off one of the 3 unifiers of Japan.
Okay.
And there's I don't remember what the it's not a poem, but it's like a saying, and I'm going to butcher it. But basically, the first unifier, I think is Oda Nobunaga or whatever.
Okay.
But the thing was, like, there are 3 men and there's a bird.
Okay.
And the first one says, little bird, if you don't sing, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And that kind of was supposed to characterize his role in the unification of Japan.
Okay.
He was kind of known as being the more forceful butcher,
Shotgun
just kill
way.
everybody.
Yeah.
The second one said, "Little bird, if you don't sing, I'm going to make you sing."
Okay.
And so that was like the force, but it wasn't to the point of butchery, the savagery of the first. And the third guy, which is what he's based off of, is like, "Little bird, if you don't sing, I'll wait for you to sing."
Okay.
And
that's pretty cool.
So the idea was that he was more patient. And,
Okay. All right.
There's the three different personalities behind
Okay.
those roles in unifying. I picked up a book one time. I was in Disneyland with the kids.
Yeah.
I picked up this book at it was at Epcot Center actually.
Okay.
And what is that little round the world thing? You can go to the different shops that represent different countries.
Yeah.
But Japan had just a shop, a storefront. They had
Yeah.
a book there and had that little section in there about that history with the
That sounds
unification
pretty cool.
of Japan, and I didn't buy it, and I've regretted it ever since.
So he is historically not a character then?
That's not his name, but he's based off of that.
One of those three?
One of the last of the three.
Okay.
Interesting.
But the events,
And actually,
the events are the events.
He brought in he kind of culminated the unification of Japan.
Let's spoil for me.
More or less. And he establishes like a reign that lasted 200 years or something like that.
Okay. All right.
I love how Toranaga just at the end of it just really showed respect to John, right?
Yeah, because he's like, we
Like-
have these things, but it'll take a while to translate.
He's like,
there's always ways around the formalities.
Right.
It's
Right.
punishable by death.
But he's not even technically
Well, we can't even
right?
my understanding is he's more like a privateer.
Privateer, that's different.
Well, the other countries though might say you're a fucking pirate, dude.
Okay.
But in the eyes of your country, you're not a pirate. You've been paid to go. You're a mercenary.
Okay.
And you just go out and you do your shit. And you sink these vessels from the other team and
Yeah.
come back. But his idea is that you just go out and you plunder and destroy these other bases as many as you can.
It's crazy that he's done that. There's because when you come across him now, he seems like a kind of stand-up guy.
He probably believed in what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably
Filthy
did.
fucking Catholics. Just run around and burning down their
He
shit.
probably did, yeah.
Yeah, I love that whole scene. I loved it, and I don't know. I just really watched people, and all of them were just amazed. I think at the conversation they were having, and then just seeing the respect coming out from that was just awesome to me. Their friendship is like blossoming.
I agree.
love
That's
it.
one of my favorite things. So I do have one more thing, and maybe you guys can enlighten me. So the conversation you have with his son, he's like, "You're playing a game of friends and enemies.
Yeah.
You got to understand that. I think what he say that all you have is yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
So is he saying like, I don't care to have you involved because I don't. I didn't understand.
No, he was talking about that shit with the Yabushige.
Yeah, he said like
Yabushige or whatever. He says what did he say?
He's conspired against us in the open.
With Ishido.
Yeah.
And he said so.
Yeah. So what? So it's like the understanding that there's a game afoot.
Well, I get that. Why do you tell when his son said, "Why don't you trust me?" And then he told his son, "You're playing the game of friends and enemies."
Yeah.
That's why I didn't understand. It felt like.
Well, I think it's all probably part of the same conversation.
Okay. Well, okay.
His son needs to learn how to navigate these waters.
Okay, that's what I was hoping it was. I thought he was kind of being a callous to his son.
No, it's like, no, you're
like we're not that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're my son, but
Yeah, I don't trust you that much.
That's it.
Just basically learn to navigate how we.
So it's like fences. Who said I gotta like you? I'll look up what Hatamoto means.
Hatamoto?
The word Hatamoto literally means origin of the flag, with the sense of around the flag. It is described in Japanese as those who guard the flag on the battlefield and is often translated into English as bannermen.
Wow. Okay. You get to protect our flag.
So, well, I think it feels like more of an honor when
each great samurai warlord or daimyo had a division of troops known as the Hatamoto. Those who stand under the flag. The Hatamoto included the personal bodyguards, the senior generals, the standard bearers and color guard, the couriers, and the other samurai under the warlord's personal command.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Personal command.
So it's a place of honor.
Yeah.
With a name of honor.
Yeah, I love the relationship.
He tells him later, no, it's just a name.
I also imagine someone as clever as him understands, even though I think there's good intentions there, I'm sure he understands like to get the most out of this guy to make sure it's a good situation for him and everyone else. I need to be able to give. I need to be able to put him in this position, and he'll flower, and it'll help me.
Well, he might be reflecting on his position too, and how it relates to his.
Yeah.
Because then when they had that conversation in the Zen garden, he's like, "We know whatever you're doing, it's madness. You might as well just give up." He's like, "Unless I win."
Yeah.
And that was the same situation
And he smiled.
for him.
Yeah.
You know, he said, "Unless I win, it's madness for him because all four of the lords were against him."
Yeah.
So unless he pulled the shit off,
okay,
he'd be done. So now he's trying to sway. He's playing his game. We noticed on the Portuguese, the black ship. He's trying. I'll give you a church in Edo.
Yeah.
If you guys, if you can swing the two Christian lords my way.
Yeah.
And turn the tide.
Yeah.
So these scheming Catholics are sitting up there with their fucking frilly thing.
Anyways, guys, hope you liked the conversation. Make sure you check back next week. Check us out on Patreon if you want to support. I'm sure you'll leave comments down below. Tell us if we messed anything up. Much love. See you next week.